Off work, we at it again. I mentioned this earlier. We got to go through the roster. We got to go through the previews. We got to figure this out. Listen, like, subscribe, and share. We talking basketball. We talking Chicago Bulls. What do we got for the season? In an East that is totally depleted, in my opinion. No Kawhi, an injured Durant. We have a starting point that leaves opportunity for many teams to get in the realms of a East Coast Conference championship run. It's an exciting time here in the world of basketball. And the Bulls finally have the opportunity to take that first step with the opportunity to make the playoffs. Let's go through the X's and O's. I first go through the top guys. They got to do their thing. Remember, I keep talking about the big three. I'm still on the big three thing. And I'm going to go through who I think their big three is. I know some teams really don't necessarily have a big three like Miami Heat or the Warriors had. But there's still a player in there that can still drop 25, 30 on you. And you can say every NBA player can do that. But some folks that have proven that on a not on a nightly basis, on occasion in the NBA, that's who we're looking for. I'm going to go through that. First up, obviously, I think the team is going to be surrounded by the next, I would call it, mix of DeMar DeRozan. I can't say Vince Carter has a little bit better jump shot than Vince Carter, and has a better three-point shot than DeMar DeRozan. But obviously, Zach LaVine is the guy that we're speaking of. He is the prototypical scorer and has the lead man mentality for the Bulls. They just signed him to a contract. Very smart move. He is the guy they go to that they're going to need down the stretch to take them to the next level. Okay? Who's up next? And that's the big question mark for this team. Who's going to play the part as second fiddle? You know, the Batman plus Robin. Who's the Robin of this team? If you think I'm going to say Otto Porter Jr., you're sourly mistaken. It's not going to be Otto Porter Jr. in my opinion, okay? If you think I'm going to say Chris Dunn or the rookie Kobe White, sadly mistaken again. Lauri Markkanen, if you haven't heard the name, recognize the frame. Lauri's the next up-and-coming, I call them Euro three-point change the game type players that have come into the league and really, really paid dividends as far as making teams different and special, okay? This kid is the all-around performer. He can do so many things on the court. He has an amazing, amazing body line at 7 foot, 240 pounds. He can do so many things well. To shoot the three-point shot, can get to the basket. In time, yes, Lauri may take over the role of the primary, or there may be two primaries. But right now, Lauri comes in second, and I think is a candidate for most improved player. He has all the tools that we love to see in a dual threat forward, power forward, even can play center, and that's what we like about him. Amazing talent in Lauri Markkanen. Next up, as we look at this team, it's very exciting to see the rookies come in. They made a strong play to try to get Otto Porter Jr., the small forward from the Wizards. I thought it was a risky move. I thought they could build that through the draft. I guess they didn't think they could. So Otto Porter Jr. is there. However, really who I'm looking at as the third fiddle or the third wheel, I think Kobe – no, I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. Where's my guy at? At the center position, where is he at? I'm dying on you guys. I had this loaded. Wendell Carter Jr., for me, is going to have to be the third fiddle. Showed great improvement last year. I think, no offense, he can play the 14 and 8 role easily. He also has some range. He's consistent with his game. Wendell Carter Jr., to me, is going to have to play that third fiddle for this team, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the season. He is now a legitimate center and a threat to be one of the top 15 setters this year if he's able to continue to progress. Great job and great draft pick by them by getting this Dookie, who I didn't see much of because he had such a talented team on Duke. But now is getting kind of the wings to fly and is doing his thing. So who's up next? Again, they're surrounded by some vets. They signed Lua Deng. Man, Lua Deng, congratulations to you. You're still getting checks. Congratulations, man. Jesus Christ. Okay. They added some defensive help here. Shaquille Harrison is not a sleeper. I like him. He's one of those guys, if he would have went to a bigger school and perhaps developed a little bit more, you'd probably be talking one of the top dual threat guards in the league. Quick, great leaping ability. Don't sleep with Shaquille. He's going to be play an integral role off the bench for this team. Chandler Hutchinson is again that glue guy. Okay, that's what he came in and was drafted as. When they got Otto Porter Jr., that's what had me scratching my head. But Chandler Hutchinson, again, is going to play that defensive role as well as be able to hit the three-point shot. Again, 8 points, maybe 2 3-pointers a game, and playing good defense against the best small forwards in the league. That'll be his job. If he can get that done, the Bulls will be happy and in a good position. Otto Porter Jr. for me is going to be the X factor. What can he really do with his arms unwrapped and being able to shoot as much as he wants, not have John Wall and what's his name with him, the other guy, Wall's partner over there with him. So if he doesn't have those two wizard guys killing it, the two guards, what can he really do? He's shown some games. I remember last year he had an over 40-point game. He is the X factor with your big three. Otto Porter Jr. is going to have to come in and give that extra push to get him into the playoffs. So even though I said he wasn't a big three player, he is definitely the X factor that's going to take the Bulls into the next realm and possibly have a running for the playoffs. Great pickup of Daniel Gafford. They're pretty strong on the front line. And then Chris Dunn has been there a while. He's going to have to be a solid point guard producer. You need two guards in this league. I don't know what they're talking about. Hey, trade Chris Dunn, give Kobe White. There's enough balls there for Kobe White and Chris Dunn where they can get the job done. I'm excited to see what they can do. They are also the very important factors in how far they go. Can they guard the best in the NBA to have a good enough record? They're going to be critical, and they're going to have long nights because it's tough competition in the guard role. Here goes one more player that I want to mention. I mentioned the X-Factor, Otto Porter Jr. We got to mention the guy that came from Indiana that's had experience and has been a perennial, to me, sixth man of the year, borderline all-star. Yes, I said it. Thaddeus Young has been there forever, a vet. Even though Otto Porter Jr. is more in his prime and Thaddeus Young is out of his prime, you're going to see strong contributions from Thaddeus. You may see him have one of his higher year point per game plus rebounds on this team because of the needs they have for this guy. But he's a tremendous player. If Otto Porter Jr. is not able to facilitate, it's going to be up to Thaddeus Young to kind of make the game work. In all, strong team. They got Thomas Sadoski, the point guard from the Wizards as well in that trade. So he's another option to have off the bench. Strong team. Do I think they make the playoffs this year? No, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. But they're going to have a strong running, maybe 9th, 10th seed. I think it's an exciting time for Bulls fan, a great time to be a basketball fan. It's going to be a strong year, barring any injuries from anybody on the East side. I think the Bulls will be in the hunt, but they'll barely make it in. That's my opinion. All for sports. I'm signing off with the preview of the Chicago Bulls and the exciting young talent that they put together. What else can they do? What else can they draft next year to bring them to the next level? Obviously, for me, I think they need to upgrade the small forward position. That's the next spot. All for sports. We're signing off. Peace.